Yo, what is going on, everybody? Hope y'all are having a great night up in here. A classic late night stream for your boy. I hope everyone is doing fantastic. Dude, for dinner, I made some butter chicken. Y'all gonna have dinner with me. Look at that. Oh, it's glistening in the light, man. Butter chicken slaps, dude. My Indian brethren cooking this shit up and allowing me to like partake in such a goddamn fantastic delicacy. I love it. Thank you. But anyways, as you might have seen from the title here, we are starting off with some reacts and dinner, dude. Let me just start off with getting my shit all here. It's kind of been asked a couple times, and some of you may have been seeing me post on to like comment some of the posts on Twitter about it. But you already know the Asmongold drama and everything that's happening there. But yeah, I figured while I'm eating the butter chicken, we'll go through kind of like I'll give my opinion on everything that's going on, because when everything was going on with the doctor disrespect and all that, everyone kept a couple people asking my opinion. So go through this because this actually kind of touches a bit closer to home, because I actually kind of like have experience with almost what Asmongold mentioned in, well, let me just let's bring up his clip that he said originally, and then we'll kind of move on from there. Here, give me a second to bring this up here. All right, so this is like the original clip that kind of got Asmon in shit. So we'll let this play
I'm
out.
not going to cry a fucking
Okay, holy shit, calm down, buddy. I'm not ready yet. Shoom shoom for the react over here on this side. Nice, very nice. All right. All right, so this is the original Asmongold clip gonna play out right here.
I'm not going to cry a fucking river when people who have genocide that's baked into their laws are getting genocided. I don't give a fuck. They're terrible people. It's not even a question. It's crazy that people don't see it that way. They'd be doing the same thing. And how much did they kill? As many as they can.
Okay, dude.
They're not able to kill as many people as Israel because they don't have as many bombs and as many weapons. But if they did, they'd be doing the same thing. That's it. Just takes enough. That's right. These people are not your allies. They are not the same as us. They come from an inferior culture that is horrible. It kills people for their identity, and it is directly antithetical to everything Western values stand for, and it is an inferior culture in all ways. It is that simple.
Okay, well,
no.
Okay, well, I don't think unfortunately this clip doesn't have the part where he talks about like mentions like Sharia law and like yeah, in this clip for some reason I guess that must have happened when he was talking to Hassan, where he talked more about like the Sharia law and all that stuff. But so what are my opinions based on what Asmon said in that clip? I slightly agree with what he said about the culture aspect of it, but the whole generalization of the Palestinian people is where he like fucked up. That's kind of like, because like obviously when you make an overgeneralized statement like that, you're including everyone when you're really only trying to talk about a group of people. Because I mean, let's be real, dude. When it comes to war, there are no winners, dude. It's literally both sides. People just die. Like really the shittiest thing about war is the civilians, dude, because you just have innocent civilians that are just getting fucking like bombed and killed for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Like they don't want part in this. And then it's just like, you know, then you have like two sides essentially killing each other. It's just like a lot of loss of life, like money, like land in a lot of cases, and like the outcome of war is usually just not anything grand, man. Like especially in modern days, it's just like needless violence. But the part that I do kind of agree in is he talked about this more with Hassan in their debate, but I agree more with like where he talks about how the culture itself. Now, I wouldn't really say like the culture. I would like focus more on like some of their religious teachings, like Sharia law, for example. Because what actually happened here in Canada is when Trudeau kind of like let in waves of like the I don't really I want the proper word isn't really immigrants. I don't think. I think they were like refugees from like Syria and all that. We actually started having um like an uprising and violence towards women because we had all these refugees coming. And I mean, like, obviously violence towards women existed before this. It just kind of amplified because in Sharia law, it it's essentially almost promotes abuse towards women and gay people. Like, women aren't really seen as equals to like men and stuff. And I know you might be like, "Oh, well, you're just pulling this out of your ass," but I actually have some legit stuff here. In Canada, there was literal councils made. See, we have the Canadian Council of Muslim Women addressing systemic barriers to support services for Muslim women and girls facing gender-based violence. Like, it's actually a real thing. And then even in here, we have government research that has been done. And before any of you are like, "Ah, well, this is probably done by white people or whatever." Well, I mean, if you read the author that actually conducted the research, he's literally a Muslim himself. But but yeah, it like this research specifically talks about how it's difficult for Muslim women because where they come from under Sharia law, they have this duty to kind of like in their Muslim community essentially perform the roles and do the duties that they would do. But because in that culture, what we see as abuse and like pretty much dude, what's the word, like a I don't really want to say like oppression, maybe like suppression. Like it's a suppression of like the women being allowed to like essentially live as like, yeah, I'm kind of like, I don't want to sound like I'm talking to my ass here, but you know what I mean. Like they literally kill people out there for being gay and homosexual. And I know there's other places in the world like Jamaica and stuff like that that kind of like have those beliefs still, but I feel like a lot of that is like they're harboring on to like essentially barbaric values from old times that like don't really fit into modern society. Like a lot of Sharia law and stuff like that comes from like teachings from the Quran, which was like, you know, based back how many years ago? I mean, I'm not a religious expert by any chance, but yeah, I mean, like you even have the same thing kind of like in Christianity, where it's like or Catholicism or whatever the fuck the correct word is. Dude, I'm not like super knowledgeable about all these terms and stuff. So if I use a wrong term, like I apologize. But even the Catholic people have this where it's like if you look at the Old Testament, there was a lot more like things that kind of contradicted almost like the teachings of Jesus and stuff. Like I remember reading one of the old things in the Old Testament where it's like if a if a woman catches um her husband like being adulterous or whatever, she can like cut off his dick and like just just like crazy shit like this and all this. While meanwhile you have Jesus like being like, "Oh, turn the other cheek, you know, love thy neighbor," like that kind of stuff. So it's kind of crazy how it's like so in the New Testament, a lot of that was revised, right? Because like it didn't really fit into modern society. So I feel like that kind of process could really, you know, like they could benefit from that as well. Like when it comes to Muslim culture and like, you know, following and like I don't even really want to say Muslim culture because I feel like a lot of this is more like it's like religious, right? Like not every Muslim follows Sharia law, and there's like different sects of like that kind of stuff like in the religion. So like different sects follow different teachings. So I mean like it it's kind of like it's just an interesting topic, but like even that I showed you like examples here in Canada, like there are examples of like yes, this is an actual thing and it's not just like somebody being racist or all that. So that's kind of my opinion on that. Like yeah, Asmund really fucked up with his like statement about overgeneralizing and kind of lumping all the Jesus Christ, all the Palestinian people into one group, because that's never a good thing to do. But but I mean, you can't call somebody racist and all this, because I feel like with racism there has to be like intent. You know, it's like anyone that truly kind of like has been watching Asmund's content for a while, or like can kind of like read between the lines. You can kind of see that like he wasn't being racist. He was more so just like he fucked up the way that he essentially chose his words in the situation. Like he was mainly talking about like what I'm talking about, like Sharia law, and like kind of like those historical teachings that they still preserve to this day. And he obviously wasn't talking about, you know, the fucking civilians getting like bombed and shit out here, you know, like he's talking when he was talking about like he doesn't care about the people that are getting, you know, genocided because they do the same. Like I would assume he's talking about like the soldiers and like the terrorist groups that are killing each other, you know, like he doesn't care if, oh, one side is like, well, we're being attacked now, but it's like you just bombed a bunch of people, you know, like like I feel like there's a line there. Like he's talking about like the military aspect of it, not like the Palestinian people. But like I said, he just heavily fucked up his words and all that. But yeah, this is actually kind of an interesting thing. So if you want to like look at the thing that I was reading, just look up identifying family violence in Muslim communities, and like the Government of Canada research will pop up. But I want to move on because I haven't even really gone into my food. My food is now getting cold. I want to get on to Asmund's statement and kind of like see what he said, because I haven't watched this yet. And for those of you that don't know, he got banned for 14 days from that clip. So I kind of want to see what he had to say about it, and yeah, kind of give my thoughts on it. Let's go.
Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you all about what my reason was for getting suspended on Twitch, and also what my plans are going forward. I'm going to try and structure this video into two parts, where the first part is going to be me talking about the Twitch suspension, second part is going to be talking about myself. And the first thing I want to start off with is something that I know it might sound a little bit insincere because of how ridiculous this is, but I really mean it, and if you listen to the whole video, I hope you can see why. Everybody who's come and spoken out and talked to me and said stuff about me, you know, aside from the, oh, you should kill yourself or something like that, I want to say that I really appreciate you. And I think this has been something that's a long time coming. And I actually think that this is something that not only I deserved, but it's also something that I needed. And I want to talk about what the reason for that is, but I want to start off and just make sure that that's actually very clear. So a couple of days ago, I made some comments about Palestine and also about Hamas and, you know, some just...
Chat, you know what's crazy? I'll keep it running, actually.
You know, basically opinions.
I want to see if he elaborates on this.
There. And I don't really want to like mince words or like try to like, oh, I wasn't justifying or, you know, promoting it. I said something about it that was disgusting. I said that I didn't care about innocent people getting killed by another force, by anything. And I think that that's a horrible, disgusting, mean-spirited thing to say. And I don't necessarily think that it was really racist, really. But when I'm using language like Palestinians or like the people,
yeah, this is exactly what I was
rather than
saying.
what my real language was, I've always been very outspoken and very against religious extremism.
Exactly. And, see. Oh shit! Wait, what the fuck just happened?
So I had a lot of you guys tell me.
What was that?
And it's taken me. This is
wait, what?
An effort not to draw a distinction between the two things. I think that my problem and my language like Palestinians or like the people there, rather than what my real language was.
What the hell just happened?
I've always been very outspoken and very against religious extremism. And
okay, here's what I want to make point. Like, true, this is what I was talking about before. It's like it's the religious extremists that hold on to these like, you know, these outdated like teachings and values from the old times that are clearly like, okay, you shouldn't do this because this is, you know, this isn't really right in modern society, kind of thing. And yeah, that's kind of like
I still
what
am.
I was talking about
I
before
think
as
that
well.
any religion and any way of thinking that's going to cause you to put other people in like kind of positions below you as like, you know, like gay people, women, people with disabilities, anything like that, I think that that's a really bad position to have, and I really don't like that. And I think that my problem and my fault here was that I was making a criticism of religious extremism, and I made no effort. And I feel like almost I've rewatched the clip, right, or a number of the clips, and it's like
And and I want to point out too, like even though we're talking about like, you know, Muslims and like Sharia law and stuff like that right now, like religious extremism like lives in like all like religions essentially. Like even when you go back in times to like, I don't know what year, um shit, I don't even know, but like there was like the Christian or like Catholic crusades, dude, where they were just like slaying people that like essentially disagreed with like the Catholic ways and all that. And it's like I'm Catholic. I have like my first, second communion, all that stuff. I went through a Catholic church, but like I personally am not really like, you know, I never really practiced the religion. Like I never really, you know, like I would like to believe that hopefully maybe there's some crazy like upper power up there doing some crazy shit, but like I've always kind of like came to the agreement that it's like if there was like some almighty god, it's like why is there so much evil in the world? And I assume there's probably like some kind of religious like argument or debate that can be had about that, but to me it's like I'm more of like a scientific based person, so it's like I like to see things to believe it type deal. But I know in like some areas of the world, like obviously it's very there's very they go through very dark times. So like religion is very important to them because it essentially gives them something to like, you know, gives them something to like latch on for like hope, you know, for like you know, like there will be a better tomorrow kind of deal. Um so I kind of like understand it from that standpoint, but yeah, I mean like religion throughout the history when you look at it, like it has caused people to do some insanely crazy shit just for what they believe in, like whether it makes logical sense or not. Like it's just, and I feel like a big flaw in religion, well, not really a flaw in religion, but something that has made religion look very bad over throughout history is like how many people have essentially used it, like how many dictators, like evil, like politicians and all that have essentially used it to forward their agenda and essentially like radicalize their beliefs as like a weapon, if you know what I mean. So I feel like that plays a big part into things when it comes from like, especially when you see how fucked like Western media can somehow portray like the East and stuff like that. Like the East from my from what I've seen, like, and like I have friends that are from the Middle East and they're really nice people. Like I don't really know if you'd consider this Middle East, but I got like friends from like Turkey, Lebanon, um, fuck. I want to say Jerusalem, but it's not really Jerusalem. But like one of them is from somewhere around there, because he's like Judaism or like Jewish or whatever that is. But but yeah, they're all nice people, man. Like those people welcome you into your house. Like they're very like friendly people and all that. It's just like the ones that fall into the like religious extremist like regime of things kind of like paint a bad name for the culture as a whole. And I'm pretty sure like, you know, like for me personally, you would look at like Christians and then you like even Christians have like the radicalists like in modern times. Like we got like the Westboro Baptist Church that was like, you know, doing all this shit against like gay people or want to kill gay people and shit like that. And it's like, or like that they're like, you know, evil or like blasphemous or whatever. And it's like, I don't know, man. It like it's even It's everywhere, dude. You just kind of got to roll with the punches sometimes.
I've almost made an effort not to draw a
Whatever the fuck
distinction
that's
between the
supposed to
two
mean.
things. I think that a lot of us here can easily say that we're against religious extremism, and I am. But whenever I categorize everybody in the area as this like group, then I'm the asshole, and I
Exactly.
was the asshole. I had a lot of you guys tell me that, and it's taken me.
But
This is
at the
what
same time, I don't feel that. Holy fuck! I keep pausing, and we're only like 3 minutes through the video. I don't feel like Asmon should be like crucified for this. Like, I don't think he like personally. I don't. I feel a 14-day ban. Him like losing all these sponsors. Everyone just shitting on him, telling him to go like, seppuku, like all this shit. It's like, bro, like, can y'all chill the fuck out? See this. Oh my. See, this is why I hate content creation. Like I hate what content creation has become these days. Dude, when I started content creation back in like 2012, 2013, like when I first started, any OGs here that actually followed the channels back then, but it was all about fun, having a good time, just you being you, and essentially just like your channel was your slice of the internet to kind of show everyone what you were all about, what you were into, what you liked, shoot the shit kind of stuff. But now it's like everything has become so corporate. Everyone like is so PR'd. Like you're constantly thinking about what you say. Like you can't even upload a video to YouTube if it has too much swearing in it, or if there's swearing in like the first like 7 seconds or whatever the video, because it gets demonetized. So yeah, people are constantly worrying about what they can and can't do in their content to keep themselves monetized. Like people like Asmongold that like accidentally say some stupid shit that obviously they're not a terrible person. Like if you actually like follow the person for a while and like know them and their content, like they're not just like disgusting terrible person. It's just like they fucked up, man. And then they learned that they fucked up, did some self-reflection, apologized for it. Why are you gonna crucify them for that? Like it's kind of it's almost like we can't be human anymore, man. We can't make mistakes. We can't learn and grow. It's like we have to be these perfect like like corporate like business esque machines. And it's like, dude, like content creation is just it all just started off as everyone just having fun, man. Like Jacksepticeye said it the best when he talked about his interview where like with the lie detector, where he was interviewed and he was like, what do you think about Mr. Beast or whatever? And then he said that he didn't like it because he feels like Mr. Beast kind of made everything about like the money, the views, like how much likes you can get, like audience retention and all that stuff. And like obviously like no hate there to anyone, but like I feel like he like hit the head on the nail. Like that's all everything is about now. And it's very like it's almost like a diamond in the rough when you actually find somebody that's making videos because they actually just enjoy, Like it's kind of like me. It's like let's be real. I'm a small streamer. I'm a small YouTuber. We got a small channel here, but I don't kind of like pander to any audience that doesn't feel like it fits me as a person. Like it's like the same for me with the streamers I watch a streamer not based on how big they are, like what games they're playing, like any of that. I literally will watch a streamer only if I feel that I could be like friends with that person IRL. Like if we could just like if me and like Asmongold met up sometime, like shot the shit, like that's the kind of streamers that I watch. So it kind of just it's a bit sad to see how things have essentially become this way, dude. I wish we could go back to the times of like okay, maybe not as much as like Filthy Frank and maybe not that deranged, but just like back to the days where we had fun. Everything was about fun and not so much about sponsors and advertising and maximizing the dollar you can get, how many clicks you can get on your video. Because honestly, back then, I feel like we're called content creators, right? Well, I feel like the whole goal about content creator is being free to produce the content that you want to produce, but it's like it's almost like you're not actually free these days to produce the content that you want to produce. You know what I mean? All right, next.
So crazy about it is that I think this has been going on now for like 2 years. I think that I've been slowly devolving into the most.
Last point I want to make on this. The thing that I also hate about content creation, building off what I said before, is the reason why it's become like this is because everything now is based off of essentially sensationalism. Gee, what the hell's sensationalism and rage baiting, dude? Like everyone's just rage baiting each other, like acting like shit is like so out of proportion, like just blowing stuff up, like straight up just lying, spreading misinformation, just like trying to like get up in everyone's emotions so that like their content gets more views and stuff. It's like, dude, just stop it, man. Just be real. But the thing is, the thing that's crazy is like when you actually think about it, it's like, bro, if these people were real, then they wouldn't be as big as they are. Because the only reason why they're as big as they are is because they pander to a fucking audience that you know probably doesn't even fit who they are in real life. That's why you have all these weirdo streamers where off stream they're doing fucking degen shit and getting caught for it, and then they get canceled and then their careers are over. It's because they're being fake for the views, bro. Well, over here, I'm the realest shit you get, dude. I say all this shit online. I say it in the real life, dude. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is.
Mean-spirited, just like I don't really even know what the word is for it. Just like the most mean-spirited, rude, like nasty, like just callous, psychopathic version of myself. I think that I've been devolving into this, and a lot of my friends have told me this. My dad has told me this. He said, "You've got to chill out. You've got to calm down." I've been like, oh, that old man doesn't know what he's talking about. And I've finally had some level of accountability for that. And thank God. I look back at some of the things that I've said and done over the past 2 years, and I don't think that I've been wrong about everything, obviously, right? But there have been ways that I've communicated and ways that I've acted that
Be a bit
are
harsh
indefensible.
sometimes.
And I think it's, looking back on it, it's just disgusting. And it's something that
I mean, bro,
when you
even
get
I
lost in
like
the sauce.
like bro, of course Asmongold has some memories where he's been harsh, you know, he's kind of been an asshole sometimes, dude. Even I can look back on some of my streams, like probably even like last week or something, and been like, you know what? Probably shouldn't have been such an asshole there, you know, or like, well, let's be real, dude. If you're playing League of Legends as much as I do on stream, like it might be a fucking miracle that I'm still on this earth, to be honest. But Jesus, man, like that, like no game makes me so angry other than that game, and I don't know why. It's like watch, dude. Any other game that you see me play on stream, it's always just like fun, dude. We're always laughing and stuff. League of Legends, dude. Holy shit, Lost Spree, nah. The mood just instantly tanks, man. Holy crap, that's the one game I swear to God, it literally like induces mental illness. I don't know.
And you get fixated around like listening and reading feedback and just getting hyper fixated. This is like your entire life. You lose a perspective on reality, and you lose a perspective on the world.
Back
And
to
I think that
life.
perspective was
Back
brought into
to
perspective yesterday
reality.
and the day before.
Sorry.
When I was making comments like this, and I feel so stupid. It's crazy. So I'm getting all these people making negative comments toward me. Everybody is telling me like, oh, go kill yourself,
Which is not cool.
Everything like this. Do you know who reached out to me? And
It's like, what criticism has telling someone to kill themselves? How is that ever better to somebody? Like, if you're gonna criticize somebody, at least fucking tell them what they did wrong and how they can be better. Like fuck yourself.
Wanted to talk and have a conversation and see if I was okay. It's people that were Islamic and people that had fucking family in Palestine. And how humiliating is that? How absolutely humiliating is that? And these were the people I was trying to say were bad. And I feel like such a fucking stupid asshole. I really do.
Bro, like I said, man,
I've all
Palestine, like, dude, Muslim people, like, their culture, like, they're nice people. It's just like the fucking the crazy people that are way too far into the religious beliefs, man. They kind of paint a bad picture for everyone. But bro, Muslims are chill as fuck, and they make dank food. Hell yeah, bro. I love Muslim food. Like, oh my god, like there's the fucking bakery near me that's like a Lebanese like Muslim bakery. Dude, they make like meat pies and shit, like meat and cheese. Oh my god, dude, I love those so much. They're so fucking good. And then like baklava too. Baklava's a banger, man. And then like fuck, like, oh, like it's just so dank. Like shawarma and shit, man, and like fucking like kebab. Oh my god, bro. Like it's just like everything is so dank. Like I love their food.
always been a I guess like I've always been kind of like an atheist, and even as a young kid I was raised Roman Catholic, and I was always very defiant towards it. And I've always had a negative opinion of religion, and I've also had a negative opinion of religious cultures. And I think that opinion is definitely shaped by the media that I've created, and the media I've created for myself.
Bro, I swear to God, you go to a Catholic school growing up, and it's like, dude, I don't know why, but if you have like an IQ above a certain level, I feel when you go to a Catholic school, it almost teaches you to like not take religion seriously because of how much contradictions there are in in the Catholic religion, dude. Like some shit just logically does not make sense. Like I'm just gonna leave it at that, man. Like,
And then also just the media that exists, the media that I've chose to seek out as well. And I think that media has allowed me to have certain predispositions and certain biases that the truth is that don't have any sort of relation to what my own real life has been experienced, or my own real life experience has been, excuse me. And so I've been spending a lot of time talking to those people, and I've seen people like fans of mine, like I had viewers
fuck, there's a
messaging me
bone
on
left in my
Discord,
chicken.
like, you know, why are you saying this? Like, do you want to talk? Do you want to, like,
GG.
you know, I'm willing to talk to you, and like, you know, like let's try to work this out, right? We love you. And I scrolled up on their messages, and these are people that messaged me in like 2016, 2017, 2018, like, I love your content, I love your stream, I love you, right? And now they get to hear this from me, and I just feel like such a stupid, belligerent fucking asshole. I really do, and I'm sorry. I really am. I think that it's extremely fair to criticize religious extremism, and I think that it's extremely unfair to categorize everybody in part of that group as religious extremists. I think it is, and I'm really sorry for that. I've just been a fucking dick, and it's weird because yesterday I woke up and I didn't know if I was going to get suspended or not, and I had planned on streaming and everything, and I actually got a text message from one of my mods. They said, "Oh, I heard about the suspension. I'm sorry," and I was like, I remember I was like driving and like,
Bro, this was probably like I know I'm cutting him off, but this is probably like a weight off his chest, dude. Like when he probably got suspended, he was like, "Oh, thank God, I finally get a break, dude." Because think about this shit, man. Asmongold's online all the time, like every single day. I can't remember the last time I didn't see him online. He's pushing out content, like he has the orgs and shit, like all the other stuff, like his podcast. Like, dude, bro is busy. Like, I feel like at some point you need to just like kind of realize and be like, man, I need a break, like just a mental reset, you know? Like, shit, man.
you know, you'd think that like your heart rate would go up, but if anything, I felt more relaxed. I felt
Exactly.
like
See?
finally I have a moment to just take a step back and breathe and think for myself and just stop, just like get out of my own head. And I spent a long time like just writing basically a list of all of these things that like I think that I should be doing with my life. And this is going to be kind of the second part, by the way, of the video. Comments that I made were pretty much about religious extremism. I think it's bad, but I've categorized a lot of people in that way. That was unfair. It's wrong for me to have done that. I said something that was bad. I should not have said that. I should have chosen my words more carefully. I didn't do that. I doubled down on it. I shouldn't have. I'm sorry. That's pretty much. I was a fucking asshole. I was a piece of shit. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. And so, actually, I do know what else to say. I don't like making apologies because I think words don't matter.
I mean, I'm be real. I feel like he doesn't have to say anything else, man. Like if you make a mistake, acknowledge your mistake, apologize for it, and then just move on and improve yourself going forward. Like what the fuck do people expect you to do, man? Like this is what I'm saying. Like this whole like sensationalism and rage baiting and cancel culture is just it's so fucking ridiculous, dude.
But I do think changed actions and changed behaviors do. And so you can take my apology as hopefully better content. And if you're not seeing that, I want you to
Hell
hold
yeah,
me
better
accountable.
content. Let's go.
Hopefully this time I won't be stupid enough to ignore it.
Dude, imagine if Asmongold made a stream where he cleaned his house. Okay? Dude, imagine how fucking lit this would be. Asmongold cleans his house on stream. So it's like stream content. He then makes a little area in his house where he can do other bits of content. Like maybe it's just something as simple as like a table where he can sit down, he can like review little things. Like he can even just do like his old fast food reviews that he used to do, dude. Or better, yeah, you could just do that at the restaurant. But yeah, like he could diversify his content a little bit while also giving himself a space to make more diverse content. He can like spiff up his mom's house, you know, do like a little bit of home renovation, get it all nice. Like I don't know if he wants to keep the house forever, but if not, you could, you know, sell it while it's nice. Get yourself a better house, because I mean, let's be real, dude is cooking in cash. He could probably afford better means of living that would improve his mental state and all that, you know. Maybe do a bit of exercise. You know, don't live in the trash, you know. Like just slowly take step by step things to improve himself, dude. I honestly feel like he's gonna be killing it, dude. You know, we see like the Asmongold Evolution, bro. Holy shit.
Mouth is pretty dry. Anyway, so the second part about this is that I want to talk a little bit about like my life, my personal life, etc., and kind of some of the points that I think that I've kind of gone through to get here. So the main thing is that for the past, like I would say like 10 years or so, if you look at my life like this, I would have said 10 years ago or maybe 8 years ago, streaming was like this, right? YouTube was like this. And now I would say that my life and streaming are basically the exact same size. And what I mean by that is that streaming is my entire life. Doing this is my entire existence. And I think that the problem...
Bro, you know what I was saying? How he streams every day and does all the podcasts and everything. Like streaming must be like literally like he's constantly working. Bro, I stream what? Like I try and stream daily, but if I stream daily, I can't get a video. I can't get a YouTube video out within like a couple days, man. Like my YouTube videos get all pushed back, all this shit. Now I know he probably has like editors and shit, but I mean, like, dude, like being a content creator, like it takes a lot of fucking time, and there's only 24 hours in a day, so it's very stressful, man. Like think about it. If I'm like, okay, I just did a 6-hour stream or something like that, and then it's like, okay, now I got to make content from that 6-hour stream. So I'll like try to find the bits and pieces that have the best content. Or if I'm playing a new game or something, you know, you gotta go through that, edit that. It's like going through 6 hours of footage might take you another 5 to 6 hours. So now you're at 12 hours. Then you gotta do the rendering, you know, making sure everything is good, like uploading that shit to the multiple platforms, creating shorts and all. Like, bro, it's like like that could take like legit like 12 hours of work or more. So it's like, and you know, if you have like a job and everything, it's really hard, man.
Process of that has
It's
been
really fucking hard.
extremely unhealthy for me. And I think that what it's done is that
So that's
it's
actually
allowed
that's why that's why you'll see me do bursts of YouTube or like bursts of streaming. It's because I'll be able to take days where it's like, okay, I'm not going to stream today. I'll just make content for the YouTube. And then it's like, okay, well, I'm not feeling like I want to make content for YouTube today, so we'll just stream and like that. That's why I started multi-streaming. So it's like at least all my content is still on YouTube if you guys want to see it, because the whole thing with Twitch is Twitch only saves the VODs for 60 days, right? So after 60 days, you're kind of cucked. You can't like go back and watch older content. So at least for YouTube, you can do that, which is nice. Very nice, especially if you don't have as much time to edit like everything that you want to edit.
me to become such a one-dimensional person that I'm not even a person anymore. It's like I'm in Dark Souls, I'm going hollow or something. And I think about like all of the, you know, like I made a list of all of the things that I'm not doing in my life that I should be doing, and I was writing it down, and I'm like, you know, fucking like I'm just going and going and going. I'm like, oh my god, I think it'd be shorter if I transcribed the Bible. Like, this is insane. Like, like whenever I have everything written down line for line, it's like, oh my god, I'm ruining my life. I've been existing, and I want to, at a certain point, actually try to live my life. And I don't think that I've been doing that. And so, what am I going to do? How am I going to do that differently? And what does that mean for my stream, etc.? I think that I'm going to cut down a little bit on streaming quite as much.
Yeah.
And I think I'm also going to
Understandable.
cut down. This is going to sound like I hope I can say this in the right way. I feel like the main times that I laugh on my stream nowadays are when I'm laughing at other people. And I look back on videos that I did from 2020, 2016,
Okay, but roasting people's fun as
2017,
fuck, though.
and yeah, I've always been an asshole, but holy shit, I've been way.
You just
more
gotta be a
than an
clever asshole.
It's insane.
You
And
got-
it's a night and day difference.
There's a difference when you're just an asshole versus when you're a clever asshole. Being a witty asshole, to me, is fucking hilarious. I love being a witty asshole, dude. It's like, because then it's like you're not being like abrasive or like you know, like necessarily like trying to cause harm, but it's like it's almost like a Joker, you know, like a Joker has like got that like witty kind of humor thing. It's like that, you know.
Difference. And I've had,
Can I
again,
play Shapes
everybody
too?
in the
I don't know
world
what
telling
that
me this,
is.
including my own dad, and I've just ignored them. And
What is
finally,
that?
it's like, you know what? Maybe I'm an asshole. Maybe this is too far. Maybe I need a course correction, which is why I think that like getting suspended in this. I hope that it's one of the best things that's ever happened to me. And I don't know whether that's going to be true, but I'm going to try to do things differently and make sure to live up to that reality. And so, what are
Okay.
those things that I'm going to be doing differently?
Let's hear it.
The first thing
Let's
is
see
that
what he's
I
gonna
think
do,
I'm going to
dude.
try. I've been very much trying to like maintain a consistent schedule with my stream, and
Shit.
I will continue to do that. I want to get up and go to bed at relatively the same time. I want to live a normal life, and also I want to spend maybe a little bit less time streaming, and I want to spend more time creating my own videos and doing my own things.
Yo, thanks,
and
Among
spending
Us. How
time
you
on
doing?
Things that I really enjoy, and basically just like expanding my existence as a person. I think that ever since I started like OTK and I got involved with that, and then we had like other Starforge and like Mad Mushroom and Mythic and everything, like honestly, it's been too much for me to handle. It's been completely too much for me to handle.
Dude, this is what I was talking about earlier. Like, bro does so much shit, but it's like, man, like how, you know, like you gotta give yourself a little bit of a breather. Like, even for me, this is why like I've been streaming so much and like doing like when he's like expanding yourself, like I wanted to get back into like content creation and streaming again just as like a hobby, but bro is doing it as like a job. But imagine if, because like I enjoy it more because I'm doing it for like a hobby, right? But he's doing it for a job. And imagine like essentially just working around the clock all day, every day, and never having a break, dude. Like this is why like, you know, work life culture and like places like Japan and like China are really bad, and they have the problems out there with that. Is because like people need to be able to rest, you know, like you need to like to balance, you know, rest and recuperation versus work. Like you can't just be working like 24/7 all the damn time.
And
We're
I've
almost
been
done the
losing my
food.
mind dealing with it,
How long
and
is the
I
video?
try to hide
We
it the
got eight
best I
minutes
can
left.
because I try to do the best, right? I try to do my best. It doesn't matter how hard it gets. You just keep going. You just keep going. It doesn't matter, and eventually it does matter. And I think that I've negatively affected a lot of them. And I also don't want to talk about that just in the context of just like this recent controversy. I want to talk about this in the context of the last 2 years. I think that I haven't really been able to fulfill my responsibilities as a leader in a lot of cases to them. And I think that I've let a lot of people down. And there have been things that I've done that are positive as well. But I think that one thing this thing has taught me, this whole situation has taught me, it's made me realize, has taught me, it's made me
Try to
realize,
be more bit
is
more
that
compassionate and like
I need
careful
to
with
get
your
myself in
words.
check. I need to get my mind under control. I need to like just get my life to, I need to fix my fucking life. Like it's insane. Like I think about it and it's in shambles.
True.
Everything
Oh
about my life is
shit.
basically fucked. And I'm gonna take a step
Dude,
back
dude,
from
I
all
feel
of it.
kind of
I'm
like
gonna
the
step
same
away
way
from my
because
leadership
like
position in OTK
I feel
and
like that's a thing
Star
that
Force.
like a lot of people feel when you're like around your like 30s to mid 30s. See, like because I think he's like 34, 35. I mean, I'm 29, so I'm like a little bit like I'm not there yet, but like even I've kind of like felt like in my life the past few years it's like yeah, I'm like working and like I excuse me. Like yeah, I was working and stuff and like I have money built up and all that and like ever since all the layoffs happened and I got hit with the layoffs, like I've kind of just been chilling on like my little nest egg I built up. But it's like which is why I also have more time to do this kind of stuff. But I mean, I'm gonna be like getting back into the workforce and all that again, and it's like damn man,
Forge and everything. I want to and
bro, I
they're
low key forgot what the hell I was gonna say. Like, let's go back 5 seconds to
OTK
re-jog my
and
memory.
Starforge and everything, all of that. I'm gonna step away from my leadership position in OTK and Starforge and everything.
Dude, chat, don't you fucking hate when you're trying to make a point and talk, and then all of a sudden mid sentence your brain just totally obliterates like the crucial point that you just were trying to make, and you can know like I can't re-jog it. Like it's just GG.
I
It's
want to
gone in the wind,
they're fine with that.
gone
They
in the wind.
respect that, and I want to do this, and I want to do this not only for them, but mainly for myself, so I can be a better version of myself for everyone. And I want to apologize to all you guys, my viewers, that I don't think I've
Obviously,
lived
I
up
had
to
something
that.
to do about
I
fucking
think that I
working,
can
but
be a
I
lot
can't
better
remember what it
than
was
what
about.
I am right now, and I don't even think that I've been putting in half the effort that I should
Oh
be
yeah, it was
in
about like okay, now I remember. It was about fucking trying to figure out what you're gonna do with your life. Yeah, I've even had that because it's like now that I'm in the career change, it's like, well, what do I want to do with my life too, you know? So it's like that's why I've kind of like been doing more things to like trying to build my skills and like like you know, I've kept up with more computer languages and stuff because I'm a computer engineer, but and all that. But then I've been like doing the content creation and stuff. I've been really enjoying this, so I can get into something like that. That'd be kind of cool too. So you know what it is. It's just kind of trying to find your path, dude. I feel like so many people around this age just kind of go through this, and then that's kind of what spearheads you. It it's almost like it's almost like you go through life and then you go through school, and then you may realize after school and actually getting out into the world for an extended period of time, you're like, huh, maybe the path that I was choosing isn't what I want. So then you just reevaluate, you know, you go through, and I feel like a lot of people like, because like it's not like unheard of for people to like, you know, change career, or you know, just their interests change over time, and then once they're older they just flip it around, figure out what they want to do, and then they're good, you know. So it is what it is, you know. It's like what do they call this, like a midlife crisis or something like that.
The way that I should be, and I'm sorry. And so my plan is to, when I get unbanned, I'll keep streaming regularly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I want to focus more on trying to do things that are fun, trying to laugh more with people rather than at people. I'll still laugh at people every once in a
But
while.
I'm trying to
Okay?
focus
Like,
more
that's
on what the fuck that
not,
thing is on. Dude, is this the state of Texas? Is that what that shit looks like on the map? Wait, what the fuck? Sorry guys, everyone that follows my stream knows I'm like geographically like illiterate, dude. Like growing up in Canada where I live, they only taught you like you only had to do geography up until grade 9. That's all I'm going to say. And most of the geography we learned was all about Canadian geography. Wait, it's actually shaped like that. Wait, that's fucking wild. It's like a little hammer or some shit. Nice.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
Crazy.
But it's about a focus, and it's about a tone. I listen to my tone in the clip, and I just sound like such a piece of shit. Really, at the end of the day, I sound like a piece of shit. I sound like a terrible person.
Dude, you sound kind of insensitive.
So mean-spirited and callous and just mean. And I don't want to be that person anymore. And
well, good on you, dude.
I'm
happy that he got self-reflected, and
I've spent a long time,
you know, he wants to improve his life.
Growing up, the time I did, I was an r/atheism enjoyer. I have a very negative opinion of a lot of religions. I've had the experience firsthand of the negative effects of Christianity and you know, the way that I view that. And I've always read a lot of very bad things about Islam, and I've made a lot of criticisms of it. I've talked to a lot of people about it. I've heard a lot about it.
Dude, I swear to God, Islam and like Christianity are like the two religions that I swear have just been like, well, there's also Jewish people, but like I feel like people shit on Jewish people instead of the actual like Jewish religion. But dude, Islam and like Christianity are like the two most shit on like religions like of all time, dude. Like we've done some fucked up things, man.
I've been like watching things about it, and I've been like hearing people telling me this is the way it is, but I've never seen it. And I actually think that after all this,
oh my God, the butter chicken's been consumed, the gamer stuff's been
like
drank, dude. It's Cheech.
Myself.
Big dick.
I want to see it for a historical perspective, right? I would love to go to Istanbul in Turkey.
That'd be pretty sick.
There's no ulterior motive there at all.
Bro, can you like,
but it's
dude,
not just that.
Dude, Asmongold Middle East, like a road trip stream, dude. Like he just goes through a bunch of Middle Eastern countries and shit, and we get to like see it as chat, and he can be like one of those fucking like press people almost, you know, just give him like a little press vest or some shit.
Visit places like Saudi Arabia, Dubai, any of the other places. I mean, the truth is that, and this is the worst thing about what I said, some of the places that I would want to visit, I might not be able to because of the way that they're like just
they're gonna fucking
actual literal wars that are going on, people being literally killed.
He'll get fucking eradicated,
and I might not be able to do that. But I want to.
Yeah, that's a danger zone, my guy. Like that's like you enter the wildy in fucking you enter the wildy in RuneScape with all your best shit in your inventory, and you're like, well, I hope nothing bad happens here.
Believing what people tell me, and I think that when I do, I end up being a fool, and I want to see it. I want to see it for myself, and I want to experience it.
Okay.
And
taking accountability. I like this. This is good.
I'm
wanting to prove himself wrong.
I don't know, like clean up
with an open mind. See, this is what more people can benefit from in today, dude, being more open-minded and not just immediately like disagreeing with somebody that has uh, a differing viewpoint or opinion than you, and just assuming that they're like a piece of shit, disgusting human being, like all because they just may think differently than you, unless they're thinking of some crazy ass shit. Like there are some people that are just straight up off their fucking rocker, but I mean that's kind of far and few between.
Do this, and I'm not going to hire a cleaner. As I said, I was raised Roman Catholic.
Oh yeah.
I view this as a penance.
Okay.
And
He's going full
I think
RPG
I need
on
to
it.
do this for myself.
Yep,
I
gotta
need to
level
take
up.
accountability for bad things that I've done, and for letting my life get this out of control. And
Okay.
I don't need a get out of jail free card. So I need to do that for myself and for my own closure as well.
Okay, I really hope bro actually knows how to clean though. Like, can one of his friends, like one of the other OTK homies or one of Asmongold's close buddies, like contact him and teach him how to properly clean? Because I feel like he probably hasn't been taught how to do that in his life, and even if he just throws shit out, like you still know how you still gotta know how to disinfect and all that shit. So somebody help brother out.
And I think also I want to live for the idiots out there that they're like looking to me to be a role model, right? Oh, not a good idea. But there are people that will see that, and they'll think maybe to themselves, maybe I should do the same thing. And if I can do that for one person,
Trying to be a positive role model,
well,
dude. I like that.
I've already done it for myself. I've
What a
already done a
fucking
good
bro
thing,
hon
so
over
it
here.
could only get better. And so that's what my plan is. I'm going to try to like rethink my life. I have had a lot of people reach out to me, people I would have never expected reach out to me in ways that I never expected. And I understand that like I'm still very critical about religious fundamentalism, right? But when you paint with such a broad brush that you just include an entire group of people, you're just being a you're being a piece of shit.
Yeah, man, because some Palestinian people
like,
may not even be like for that shit, like they might even not even be religious, kind of like how me and him are Catholic, but we're not really religious, like, so it's kind of.
People said it was racist. I didn't mean it as racist, but if you listen to what I said, it's easy that you could assume that. So easy. And so I'm just a fucking idiot. I'm a fucking moron. I've been an asshole. I think that I've devolved for the last 2 years. I think that I've negatively affected other people too, in ways that I hate. I don't even hate to say this. Like I think I need to say this. I need to say it more. I've negatively affected people in ways that I regret. I think whenever I go back live again, I'll probably talk about that more. And like there's some just different people I kind of want to apologize to, and take accountability for things that I've said and done that have negatively affected other people in ways that were unfair and wrong. And that's what my plan is. That's about it. I want to say that I hope that now, after you've
Good
heard
on you,
what
man.
I have to say, that a lot of you all can see kind of why I'm saying that I appreciate this. I really think that this is something I needed, and I hope that this is the next.
Hey man, sometimes all you need is a kick in the dick.
And I want you.
Sometimes you just need somebody to point out your shit and be like, "Hey man, maybe you should check yourself before you wreck yourself."
If I'm just being callous, acting like a psychopath, just treating people awfully outside of a WoW raid when they get killed by fire, but really laughing at people's misfortune, try to say, man, just chill the fuck out, stop it. Just stop.
Okay, bro, we all know if we do this, we're just gonna get insta-banned from your fucking chat.
And I'm gonna do my best to listen. I spent 2 years ignoring it, and look where it got me. This is not even the tip of the iceberg of the problems in my life. And
okay.
I want to thank everybody for making me aware that that's the case. And hopefully I can avoid the iceberg, right? And so I want to say that's pretty much about all I've got. I'm sorry for a lot of people I let down, not just with comments like this, but also just with the way I've been doing things in general. I think that you guys deserve a much better version of me than what you've been getting. And I hope that I can live up to that in the future. And I don't even want to think about it in the future, right? As soon as I get unbanned, the best apology.
Let's go right away.
Change behavior.
instant
to do.
improvement.
So yeah. Anyway, guys,
Bro just fucking leveled up, man.
I'm just gonna focus on myself for a while, try to improve my own life, and there's a lot of things I think, again, I'll probably talk about more whenever I go live again, that are like more kind of you know, just like kind of in the weeds, like personal stuff. But overall, that's the big picture. That's where I'm at. And so anyway, that's about all I've got, and I'll see you guys soon. I'm gonna try to just take this time off to you know, really kind of
You do
fix
you,
my
man.
shit.
Take a breather.
Yeah, anyway, guys, it's about it. I'll see you
Self-reflect,
later. Bye.
improve, persevere, and overcome. We'll see you next time, Asmongold. But yeah, dudes, that was pretty much the whole Asmongold thing, man. I mean, W self-reflection, W Asmongold for taking accountability, and we'll see what comes out of it, dude. But yeah, I mean, shit. He's got 14 days, so we'll see. All right, well, now we're moving on to some fucking Steam games, baby.